When it comes to commercial snow removal, look to Tovar Snow Professionals. With the largest snow and ice management fleet in the Midwest, Tovar delivers top-notch commercial sidewalk and parking lot clearing services, even in winter's worst weather conditions. With their 24-hour live office staff, certified meteorologists, and personal service, they are leaders in professional snow removal. To get a free estimate for snow removal on your site, go to baseball.tovarsnow.com or call 844-GO-TOVAR. That number again is 844-GO-TOVAR. Tovar Snow Professionals, Chicago's snow plowing leader. Tovar is an equal opportunity employer.
We're Cubs fans helping Cubs fans at Stewart's Cubs Cave parties. Everybody's in for giving back to those in need. We're going to Club 400. Club 400. We're going to Club 400. Club 400. We're going to Club 400 Radio. All right.
Club 400 is on the air. Fresh off unbelievable evening with Ray Burris. William?
We are fresh. Before we get started into the meat and potatoes of this show, I got to say something.
I'm ready for it.
We were just listening to that Tovar snow removal.
Mr. Eric Hartman,
Mr. Eric
our number
Hartman.
one sponsor. Thank you for Eric Hartman and the Tovar crew for everything you did for us in 2020.
Now you should take note of that number because we've had some snow lately.
Oh, we had some snow. And you know what?
I
There's
did call
more
Tovar.
snow coming, I think.
I did call Tovar. They were a little too busy for me, but, they got their regular clients, so.
So I just want to let you know, I went on vacation. Some of you might have saw me post some pictures on Facebook, which I left Facebook. We'll talk about that in a little bit. It's not what you think it is. But actually, we'll talk about that real quick. We had a great night with Ray Burris, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Was it not a special evening?
He's such a good guy.
Such a great guy. And
so full of knowledge and knows
wisdom.
a little bit
He's
about
wisdom.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's definitely a part of this club going forward. He's part of us. And
Ray Bo.
Ray Bone, one of the best. I talked to him today, actually. And so, we had that event here, and that wasn't really an event. That was a private party for Chris from our Randy Helney Fantasy Camp. She bid on the party and helped Zach out. I think we mentioned that on the podcast. So it was just a small little get-together. Ray happened to be in town, and I said, hey, Ray, I invited some people that have been going through things, have issues in life. Like we're all having issues in life right now. We're all having difficulties. Everybody's just trying to get by, trying to beat this virus. It's going to happen. I see sunlight coming, don't you, William?
I do see some sunlight. We got the kids back at school.
That's a beautiful thing.
And, stuff's starting to happen. You know what else I hear? I hear baseball's going to be played this year.
Oh, baseball.
You know that game, baseball?
Baseball. We're going to talk about spring training. Because we're going to talk about our kind of plans going forward. But, so we had that great night, very inspiring. So I went on Facebook Monday morning, and I found two of my good friends fighting, And I felt like after that Saturday evening here, it was so inspirational, uplifting.
Brought you right down.
Yeah. Then I'm like, oh, we're back to ordinary life. So I left Facebook just because of, I just think there's a lot of hate out there right now, and there shouldn't be. Like there should not be as much hate as there is out there. And I did it for my mental health. Like I grew Club 400 on Facebook. I need Facebook. Facebook needs me. I mean, we work together as a team. I'm not leaving it indefinitely, but for mental health reasons and everything that was going on, I left.
Wait, did I just hear breaking news? Did you say Facebook needs you?
Well,
we should get Mark Zuckerberg on here and see if that's the case.
Facebook needs some love. That's
they
what they
need some love.
Facebook needs some love.
And you're a love spreader.
I try to spread love, not Corona.
Not Corona. Spread love, not Corona. That should be a T-shirt.
So I'm off Facebook. I post and run. Like, Carol. Oh,
hit and run.
A couple things. We said it on the last podcast. A couple things I want to say. Carol hadn't lost her husband, Jimmy. Want to just point out that our thoughts and prayers are with Carol and all of her friends and family. And just a tragic thing. Yeah, a COVID death for sure.
Such
no doubt
a
about
great
it.
couple.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I know Carol, I'm looking forward to hanging out with her very soon at Wrigley Field, hopefully this summer.
Or maybe spring training.
Right, yeah, exactly.
One never knows.
I also want to give a shout-out, which, William, you don't know yet, but our guy, Ryan Clooney, his dad had a stroke last week. I'd like to put Ryan Clooney, if you could put Ryan Clooney, our brewmaster of Club 400 beer, in your thoughts and prayers. His dad's not doing good. They called hospice in, so if we could just send a special prayer his way.
Definitely. Can I ask you a question about that? Is it me, or is it COVID and we just have more time than normal? But it seems like a lot of people are dying. Like,
yes,
like your 2-3 steps away kind of people, like your friend's father or your, friend's sister's uncle, or, like it just seems like
it does.
People are dropping
like flies.
Crazy.
Like flies.
And I mean, obviously the pandemic has something to do with that. I mean, because there's been a lot of people that have died, but man, even above and beyond that, there's a lot of people that.
I don't know what to say about. I agree with you. It does seem that way. I think maybe because we're not going out as much, we're paying attention to more things going on around us. But yeah, you're right. You're right.
Even like famous people, Larry King.
I know.
Alex Trebek not too long ago. People that we've known our whole lives from watching TV or whatever, just dying. I mean, it's sad.
It really
and then
is.
the other thing is, we've talked about this, is you can't go see people. You can't go visit them when they're sick and all that kind of thing. So it
I just burped. Did you hear that?
I thought it was more of like a little blow, but
go ahead. I was listening.
It was a burp?
I just burped in the microphone. I think that was the first time. I'm drinking a Coors Light right now.
I think we have a sound effect of a can opening, but I'm not sure we've ever had a live burp on the show.
I will say this. Our thoughts and prayers also go out to Paul Johnson. It's exactly what you were just saying, William. He lost his mom, and he couldn't see her because of COVID. What a nightmare.
And then on top of not being able to see him, a lot of people aren't able to have like services or anything.
Yeah.
So, when you're trying to like grieve and all that kind of thing, not that I ever believe that a funeral like closes the book, it's over, like go on with your life. I don't believe that, but there's some closure and like at least getting like your families and stuff together and all that. It's it's just not around these days. So for so many reasons, hopefully this pandemic is starting to take a turn to better town.
And we need to get to better town ASAP. And you know what? School's opening. Obviously restaurants are opening now, bars are opening, and
vaccines.
Yeah, vaccines are coming out.
Hopefully, people.
Lisa's getting her vaccine this week.
Yeah.
She's if you don't know, my wife is a school teacher. She teaches in Greybrook Elementary, and Saturday she's getting her first of 2.
Well, better for her health and for the health of her students. It's worth doing that. I know there's controversy over.
Right.
Over that whole thing.
I know. I want Crowley to get that vaccine ASAP because I miss that guy. Crowley's a good guy.
Do I remember Crowley?
I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of remember Crowley. He's been very active on the Facebook. So
Crowley's been great. Just man,
I want to. You know what I want to do with Crowley next time I see him? I want to sing "Africa" by Toto.
Oh, I want to do that.
Whether there's anybody around or music in the background, or we just go a cappella, I'm in.
I love it. I can't wait.
I bless the rains down in Africa.
We talk about it all the time. One of my last great memories before COVID. It wasn't. Yeah, it was pretty much before COVID. It was when we were in spring training last year. And let's talk about spring training. That's where we're going to go next because a lot of people want to know what's going on for spring training. I have no freaking clue. Do you, William?
Well,
they're supposed to start on time.
They're supposed to start on time. Heard that. They're supposed to have all the scheduled
games,
spring training games, which leading into the regularly scheduled season. I think the big thing that's in flux is what they're going to do with fans
and tailgating.
And
if I can't go, here's the thing: me and William right now, tentatively, are scheduled to come out March 3rd through the 8th. That's a Wednesday, I think, through a Monday or something like that. And we're going to bring the Club 400 party. Hopefully, we haven't booked anything because my thought process is. I don't mind just going out there and hitting a couple games if we can get in the ballpark. But are we going to be allowed to, get together in the parking lot? Are we going to get to that? I don't know. So
yeah, and you think about that. How is that? Is that much different than say golfing?
Nothing.
I mean,
no, if you're outside,
when we were in the Club 400 tent with the pizza and the beer and the chairs and stuff like that, everyone last year, which was right before this happened. everyone was social distancing without even knowing what the hell that was.
Right.
So I don't think there's any reason to stop that, but, who knows?
I just feel like being that they're obviously going to limit fans in the ballpark.
Which might be an advantage
We
as
could
far
have
as the tailgating is going.
Well-
They might let that happen.
I mean, it's like anything else. Tailgating is the best, right?
Oh, by far.
And we're going to have pizza. We're going to have
Right.
a couple hundred beer. We're going to have a great time.
You said it. Hopefully we can go to a couple games. I would say if we can sit in the Club 400 tent.
Just
and
hang out there.
Just hang out there.
I'd be fine with that.
Totally fine with that.
You know what? We can.
players
You know
walk
what? We can maybe
by,
stream the game outside.
Right.
I just don't know what they're going to let us do and what they're not going to let us do.
Right.
But as of
I
now,
wonder
mark your calendars.
I
March
wonder
3rd
if
to the
our
8th.
friends at the booth, what's the big booth right down the road?
At the Sheridan? What do you mean?
No, the booth, the outside when you're tailgating, the big
The
setup.
Under Armour Center or the
No, at spring training.
Sloan Park?
Sloan.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
You know what? We all suffer from COVID fog.
Wow.
I think I have COVID fog every day. I don't even remember
That was my biggest worst case on the radio, not remembering Sloan. Our friends from Sloan, if they're going to be there, we got to be there, right?
Yeah, exactly. Peggy Gilmore,
Yeah.
she's one of the best. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Is Peggy going to be out there tailgating? I don't know. Or is the Sloan group going to be? I don't know. But you know what?
Maybe they got some intel on it.
Maybe I should hit up Peggy.
Yeah, you might want to just reach out.
See what she's doing.
Yeah.
And what about the heckler, our friend Brad?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing, those guys.
I think they're going.
Have you seen anything? I did get an email.
I
and
did, and it didn't
boot-
seem like it was going to be full force, but I thought
They're going down there?
Yeah,
I'll have to call. I have to check in with Brad.
Head up Brad.
I'll hit up Brad.
I'll call Sarah.
Call Sarah. See what's going on
what's
over
what?
there. Sarah Spain, ESPN.
ESPN, our friend Sarah Spain, ladies and gentlemen.
By the way, William, one of my goals this year, we talked about it last year, is going to Oklahoma. But I want to tell you something. I'm going to hit you with a curveball right now, and I don't want to hurt your feelings or anything like that.
No, that's fine.
So I want to thank, first of all the fans Cub fans from Oklahoma, always participating in our Razzes. And we're about 99% done with that old Razz. I mailed out 8 packages. A lot of them were going to Oklahoma. So if you're going to get a package if you're in Oklahoma soon, I want to thank you guys so much. But one thing I know, right? We're going to go to Oklahoma. We're going to have a Club 400 party down there with my main man, Wes. But God damn it, dude, I don't want you fucking driving me. You are the fucking worst driver I've ever been in a car with. dude.
Really?
Oh, terrible.
Based
dude.
on when?
Like if just let's put it this way. If I went to Del Webb, right, and I picked out like the oldest people, and
really?
we had like 8 golf carts.
That wasn't based on earlier this evening, was
It was
it?
based on the last three times I'm in the car with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, dude. Do you know how bad
No,
of a
that
driver?
doesn't upset me.
Do
You know what? I drive better when I have a GPS on.
I'm just gonna tell you guys something. And I love William. You guys all know I do. And now we're friends on Facebook again, right? We're buddies.
We're back.
We're all good. If you put if I went to Del Webb and I picked the 8 oldest people out in Del Webb and put them on a go
I'd be like
kart,
6.
you'd be in last place for driving around it. Okay. But Cub fans from Oklahoma, though, I do want to tell you, hey William, you know I love you.
I do.
And
Not
Cub
offended
fans
by
from
that.
Oklahoma and West, I think our next stop is going to be Oklahoma because I want to do that. I want to go out there. Those people are great.
Fill the truck.
Fill the truck and head down
Fill
there.
400 beer.
And you know what? You just sit in the
down to
passenger. You just sit in the passenger seat. I'll give me some Red Bull and I'll be ready to rock and roll.
I wonder if I could bring like a shotgun down there and take shots at the signs on the way down.
There we
Can I
go.
do that?
We could play the
That's-
the color game. We could
Yeah.
we could do all kinds of fun stuff. You know.
Pick the license plates on the different states. Play that game.
Yeah, we could do that. You know what? I do.
Name
Miss,
that tune.
I do miss the old fashioned road trips with the family.
Oh,
Weren't they
yeah,
the best?
for sure.
Yeah, you went on road trips with your family.
Oh
right?
yeah, had a station wagon,
And then no seatbelts, just laid in the back with
No.
covers and pillows, right?
rear facing seats.
Now you'll get
Super
arrested
safe.
for that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Memories.
Oh yeah,
Making memories.
Those are the good old days. The simple things in life are the best things in life.
For sure.
And I think about life now and how it was before COVID. I mean, it was just a little simpler.
Oh,
Every
man.
day is a little tougher, you know. William, I barrage you with some stuff here and there, and you're like, "What the fuck is this?" I mean, I don't mean to swear, guys, but he must be crabby today. He must be crabby. Is that what you think, William? I don't know.
It's hard to tell. You're right, though. You take so much for granted. So many little things
Yeah.
that you never thought about. Like, we went out to dinner before the show tonight, and it was like, I forgot my mask. I got to go back in, And then it's
Right.
like, do I need the mask? I can't remember the rules right now. And,
Right.
it's like you want to stay safe. I'm not even drinking. stay safe. You want to do that for sure, right? But you got to eat out every once in a while too.
Definitely, man. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I have a Club 400 challenge, and I want you to participate in it.
Oh, I'd love to.
All right, so here's my Club 400 challenge. Because that's a funny thing. I was thinking about this today. Like, believe it or not, everybody listening, I actually prep. I write like things that we want to cover, basically, and then we just talk about it.
Well, you prep for this show.
Yeah, I prep a little bit. And I wrote a note, and I want to, because I was thinking today, I was like, man, you know what? We talked about a Club 400 podcast. It was going to be about baseball. It's far away from baseball. We barely talk about baseball. I mean, we do talk about baseball, but we talk about life, and we talk about a lot of things,
Right.
We've done a lot of different things, and we've evolved as the show has gone on. We've had to make changes and whatever else. But at the end of the day, back when I met you, you had your thing going, helping people, and we were Cub fans helping Cub fans. So this is my challenge, William. I challenge everybody out there that's listening to this show right now. I want you to call somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time and tell them why you love them, right?
I just called
to say we won't sing too much.
I love you.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Give someone a shout out. Someone that you haven't reached out to in a long time, and let them know you care, because a lot of people wear masks, and I'm not talking about the one we put on our face, but everybody tries to put on a happy face. But I do know from my history that some people that seem to be the happiest are some people that are just miserable. So, if you have an inkling that someone might not be doing good, give them a reach out. Just tell them you love them. That's my Club 400 challenge.
I like it a lot.
You like that?
Yeah,
okay.
and I will participate for sure.
I want you to call one person. I don't want you to tell me who you're going to call, but I'm sure you're already thinking about who that person is.
No,
I've done it recently, and I love it, man.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. And, speaking of that, I think the pandemic seems to be bringing out, you said everybody's got stuff, that they're dealing with and all that. It seems like this past year, all that stuff seems to be rising to the top and surfacing because we're all like in the misery boat together, and it's like maybe, misery loves company or whatever. And so I think we're hearing about like all the stuff people are going through, and maybe they've been going through for years and years, but it's just all like coming up now.
I mean, divorces.
Sicknesses.
Just all kinds of stuff.
Sickness, long-term sicknesses people have had, money issues, all kinds of stuff.
You name it. It's out there.
It's all over the place. And
yeah.
It doesn't help when we're in the middle of a funk, to be funkier.
Right.
Well, it does help if you're funky, but.
Well, dude, one of my favorite, Mark and the Funky Bunch. We should play that.
I love that.
Yeah, I love it. That's old school.
It's good stuff.
So, but no, do that. Just try it. You know what? It'll make you feel good about yourself, and you'll make the other first person feel great. I've done it, and I'm going to keep on doing it because I reached out to John Vincent today. Not for any other reason, because that guy spews positivity all over the place, doesn't he?
Like every day.
And I know that John, right, wakes up just like me and you, and he has bad days, right?
Well, and he told us about a lot of the problems and issues he had when he was on our show.
Exactly. So I know John puts on a happy face. John's probably not happy I'm not happy every day. Are you happy every day? No one's happy every day. I mean, you have a wife going through many different things right now, William, and your house has been destroyed because of the flood we talked about earlier. You're basically living in your bedroom right now, but that's one of the things I love you, man. You still stay positive about everything, man.
Well, how about, then you say that on the heels of talking about John Vincent, man. That guy is having a bad day. What does he do? He goes out and sings in front of like an old folks home, sings some Sinatra, makes like 200-300 people at the same time super happy as they're hanging out their window listening to My Way.
John's been unbelievable during COVID.
He's amazing. Yeah. He just is. Before that, from the first time I ever met him, he's just amazing guy.
Yeah,
we should do like do you ever watch the Major League Baseball channel network?
Oh yeah, not as much as I
used to, but like during the season.
When the hot stove was going, like right now, it's the cold stove. Obviously, like there's nothing going on. I mean, not with
especially
the
Cubs.
The Cubs. I mean, our big addition to the 2021 club is Boog Sciambi. I mean, Are you kidding me? Is that what we're gonna do here? We'll talk more about that in a little bit.
But you watch that station, right?
Yes.
They have the shows like the top 10 right fielders today or whatever.
Right.
We should do like a top 10 No, that would offend people. Forget it. I was going to say top 10 Club 400 people.
Well, we could.
We can't really.
We could do top 10 characters of Club 400.
Oh, yeah.
Characters.
Or we could have an adjective in front of characters, like top 10 funniest characters or top 10 sensitive. Or
we can put it 10 different categories.
Top
and
10 impact players,
Exactly.
Guys.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I was even thinking today, like, listen, let's face it. Okay, we're doing this podcast. There's only a certain amount of people that listen to it. So maybe we should talk about our members a little bit more. I was thinking about that today, too, William. Maybe we should talk about Patty. Maybe we should talk about...
Maybe we should have them on, too.
Yeah, and maybe we should... Yeah, because this is, at the end of the day, Club 400 is a family that raises money for charity. And let's face it,
But you got,
this is what it is. It might not get any bigger. It is, and I'm happy with it. I'm so happy where we're at right now. And I was telling a couple people this past week, Club 400 is about ready to fly high. You know, we're on the second half here. We're in the we're at halftime right now, and we're gonna head to the third quarter and the fourth quarter, and we're gonna come out. We're gonna throw big passes, buddy.
Yeah.
By the way, what's your Super Bowl prediction right now, William?
Oh, Kansas City's gonna beat Tampa.
Definitely.
Sure.
Well, I mean, Tom Brady, you can't discount him at all.
No, you can't. But I actually picked Kansas City to beat Tampa before the playoffs started.
Oh, did you put any money in Vegas on that,
I wish I would have.
Yeah. Then I don't.
But
believe, then, I don't
my guy.
then I don't believe you.
I've told some people. Yeah. Do you want me to get the people on? I told people. No, I love watching Mahomes and that offense for Kansas City. I think it's fun. I'm really happy to see.
I think it's gonna be a good Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that the first time a home team has played in their home stadium?
Which kills me because in 2019 that should have been Minnesota, but the damn Eagles got in the way.
You got any money on the Super Bowl? Are you a gambler?
On this
William?
one, I have. I'm in a squares thing with you.
Yep.
I'm in a couple different squares pools, but I don't have any other.
Yeah, I got some money. I told you my money I got invested in the Super Bowl, and you can't win if you don't play it right. William.
That's right.
So I figure I would rather win like $5,000 instead of like $200. You know, so
Right.
I'm going big.
Go big or go home.
That's what we do here, right, William?
That's what we do. That's who we are.
So I got a great story to tell you. We were headed, me and the family head down to Arizona between Christmas and New Year's, and JP, our friend JP, spring training, the pizza man, hit me up and he said, "Hey, why don't you hit up Miggy and see if he'll go to dinner with us?" So it was he's like, ask him if he'll meet us at Steak 44 restaurant, which is one of the nicest restaurants in that area. So I hit up Miggy, and Miggy is a fan of Club 400. I mean, he's part of our group too, Miggy Montero, and I got ghosted by Miggy Montero. What? He ghosted me. He didn't answer me.
What?
He did not answer me.
How many times did you try?
Just one time.
Oh, just
I'm not like one of those rabbit.
That's not ghosting.
Well, he didn't answer my text.
He just didn't answer your text.
All right. So, anyways,
Ghosting's what you did to me.
I ghosted you. Yes.
You shut me down on all levels.
I get ghosted all the time. Anyways,
I love you, Stu.
I love you too, buddy. I think Williams got mad at me more in the last 6 months than he has.
I have never been mad at you.
Yeah, you have.
No. I was frustrated, but I was never mad.
All right. So, anyways, I come home and we go to Arizona. We have a great time with the family.
Did you go to the steak place or no?
No, we
Did you
didn't
went
go.
somewhere else?
Actually, you know what? It was a great family trip. We left because, having a single child in the pandemic has been rough, and I wish maybe we had another child because it's tough for a single child to be by themselves as much as Lauren has been the last 9 months. So I was like, I told my wife, pick a place. We can go to Orlando, we can go to Texas, or go to Arizona. Those are the three options I gave, and they picked Arizona. And we really had a great time out there. We had JP was great. We stayed at a really nice resort out there. But I came home, and then I was cleaning the basement, and I ran into my signed Miggy Montero bat. And I said, son of a bitch. Miggy Montero never texted me back. I feel hurt.
I'm going to give away this bat.
I'm going to smash this bat against the wall. So I was like, man, he's not going to get away with this shit. So I text Miggy right there on the spot. Yo, Miggy, don't ever big league me, brother? And I put like a emoji.
That's what it is. It's not ghosting. That was big league.
He big leagued me.
You got big.
No one's gonna. Why would you big league me? Like, what the hell's going on here? Like, Miggy, we're boys. Like, I said, Miggy, don't big league me, brother. I said, you are part of the Club 400 family if you like it or not.
There's nothing you can do about it.
You're
Miggy.
stuck with us, so just like and I also said we got business to do, buddy. And guess what? Bing, Miggy Montero.
Oh yeah,
hit me up.
Use
Hey,
the magic
sorry,
word.
brother. When you coming back here? So hey,
What's the name of the steak place?
Steak 44.
You should have said, "Hey, Miggy, you want to go to Steak 44? We got business to talk about."
I'll tell you what. Me and you, like I said, March 3rd to the 8th. I'm going to text Miggy. I'll see if he meets us out for dinner one night.
He better not.
And you know what? He
both
should
of us.
he should pay the bill. He's got more money than me.
I would think he should. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get a nice T-bone. What do you think?
Yeah, I like that.
What do you like? What's your favorite steak, William?
All of them. I
mean,
like.
How do you eat your steak?
Medium.
You're not one of those guys that the
Has
rare,
to have it
the rare,
mooing?
yeah, mooing.
No, I don't need a moon. I'm like medium.
I think medium's good. I think that's a
Yeah.
good way to eat a steak. I
what cut? I don't know. There's so many I like. Porterhouse. I like
I'm like a New York strip guy.
filet.
I like the fillets too. Those are usually the best.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it's all good.
So yeah. Oh, by the way, buddy, I did want. So I'm going through my list here. Sean Dunston. Sean Dunston was
Sean meter.
we're gonna. So Sean Dunston was gonna be our first party. Well, we had Mitch Williams out here in January, which was awesome. But then we were going to bring Sean Dunston out. So I reached out to Sean via text, and I was in the basement, and I was picking up, and I shot a picture of his bat on the wall. And I said, so I shot him the picture, and I said, hey, Sean, I know it's been a while. Looking forward to having you out here. Like, let me know when you're ready to come after you get vaccinated or whatever. And he got back to me right away. He goes, I've been thinking about it since COVID started, and I can't wait to come and see you guys, hang out with Cub fans. So I'm thinking, depending on when Sean gets his vaccine and stuff like that, he might be like our first small party back here at Club 400, maybe April, May, June, who knows. And I know we talked about it. We announced it. Our first party back is going to be for mental health. William, what do you think about that?
I'm loving it. I think it's a great topic. I think, especially now, as we've been talking about all the stuff that's gone on in the last several months, this has been another thing that, maybe you didn't even know which of your friends or family members or people that you're around most of the time might be suffering from some form of mental health. It's really, creeping to the forefront because of all the stuff that everyone's been dealing with, all the, financial stuff and the, just loneliness and all of those kinds of things that everyone's been experiencing over the past year.
I mean, it's something
Great topic.
Something I wanted to do for a long time. It wasn't like it took the pandemic to make me want to do something for mental health.
No, but it kind of smacks you in the face,
Yeah,
right?
it just
hey,
seemed
what would be the next good charity? Bam!
It just seemed to be the right decision, and I'm not gonna I don't have a deal set yet, but I think we're gonna have John Vincent come out, Ray Burrs, and two of your current Chicago Cubs in the everyday lineup, and we're looking right now at a September date. We are trying to work the details out, but I'm excited because I think we could pull an outdoor event off in September. I think that's a goal that we could achieve. What do you think, William?
I love it. And maybe the reunion of the modern day Romeos too.
Bring back the Romeos.
Are they still a band?
Jimmy's chasing dinosaurs right now.
I know. Jimmy's on a
Jimmy Wadelia.
Jimmy is on a dinosaur hunt.
Yeah, and I think right now he moved. It's on leg 3 of the dinosaur tour. So,
okay.
So there's these. For those who don't know, our good friend Jimmy from Modern Day Romeos.
Poor Justin.
Poor Justin. Justin's all by himself right now. He's probably bored and shit.
How do you explain that to people? Is the band playing anytime soon? No. Jimmy's on a dinosaur hunt.
Jimmy's chasing dinosaur. And I'll tell you what, Jimmy, we love you, but you got to come back to the band, bro.
I got to be honest with you. I don't know if this is on your list of things to talk about, but the Oculus.
Oh, I was going to bring it up, actually.
Can I just tell you a quick thing about that?
John Evans bought an Oculus, by the way.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. So the Oculus, which is the new
VR.
hot virtual reality game, I got one of the games I bought on there is Jurassic Park.
Oh, you did? You bought that one?
I did, yeah. I knew my wife's a big fan. I thought maybe she could, watch a little bit of that. Anyway,
Was Jimmy in that?
I
Was he
think
virtually
I saw
hiding?
Jimmy running by one of these dinosaurs with like the biggest teeth I've ever seen, and then all of a sudden I'm like,
Jimmy's
"Oh my
probably
god,
in
it's
that thing.
Jimmy!" And you can't miss Jimmy.
No, he's super
He's
tall.
pretty tall.
Yeah, that's amazing. I didn't know. So yeah, right now, one of the things that I purchased recently, and William got one too, was the Oculus, and it's really helped me out because like instead of like watching TV, I'll play the Oculus at night.
That's probably good for you that you're doing that instead of watching like politics
Or
shows
news or
and stuff.
anything like that. It's been a great diversion and it's fun, right? It's
That's
like,
totally. Oh my god, it's
it-
amazing.
so if you like, I used to be a video game guy. I kind of got out of it. I did get a PlayStation 5 for my daughter, which, dude, we should share that video one day. That video was classic. My daughter opened her
Oh, that
PlayStation.
is good. Yeah.
It just makes us look like idiots. But
I mean, I saw the audio before I saw the video, and I was like, the audio alone is worth the price of admission.
yeah, maybe
But when
we'll-
you throw the video,
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna post that on.
that might make
You
be
follow
careful.
the. Should I post that or no?
Well, I'm just saying, be careful. That might make her a YouTube sensation.
I know I could. If you clip that right,
Yeah, exactly.
it's
That's a winner.
it's going to be all over the place. But
So-
it's like, do I really want that, like, to be
Well,
known for that?
well,
I don't know. Jeez.
No, but Oculus, man, is so fun. I got to tell you, my
Highly recommended.
my highlight so far. There's a virtual poker game,
Awesome.
and you can.
Are we
in-
going to play tonight, William? I don't know.
I hope so. If I can stay awake, you can go in your own private poker room.
game, yeah.
And we played the other night. I played with you and your brother and your mom. That was so great.
It was awesome.
I mean, you're talking to each other. Eric's like a little bit way more advanced than I am.
Eric's teaching Oculus classes.
He is teaching classes now. I'm pulling up the rear and just learning, but he's so far ahead. I'm motivated to get better at it because of that. But there's so many things you can do. Send each other beers.
It's cool. It's awesome, man.
The thing that blew my mind the most was you're sitting in there. He gives me a cigarette. He lights the cigarette, and then he goes, "Okay, now blow out." You literally blow, and you blow a puff of smoke.
It's crazy.
And then your mom did it, and she's blowing rings.
It's
Like
I'll
she's
tell
a
you
master
what.
at
I'll
it.
tell you what. It's the future. Like, think about it. Like, one day you're gonna be able to sit at your house and maybe have a choice of 10 different seats in Wrigleyville. Pick your at Wrigley Field and pick your seat, and you're gonna sit there and you're gonna watch the game from that seat and think that you're there.
With friends.
And guess what? The beers are pretty much $1. Whatever you break down the cost of a case. Whatever.
Right. Exactly.
Less than $1. 50-cent beers.
50-cent beer night.
So, yeah, we're big fans. Check us out. Eric's Club 400, your Club 400 podcast, and I'm Club 400 Cubs. Look us up, friend us on Oculus, and I guarantee you I will beat you in poker.
Because we are always branding.
We're all over the
Always
place.
branding.
Now we're taking over the VR world.
That's right.
I'm a dork now.
Now.
What else? I want to give a shout out to Brian Freeze. He's done a lot for us. He's becoming a big part of Club 400, and he's constantly calling me up, throwing ideas at me, and going for our relationship with Ray Burrs and my main guy John Maley, Males as we call him. They're gonna help us get to the next level, guys, and I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, things have never been better with Club 400 right now. We're gonna do some unbelievable things, and we got great podcasts coming up. So tune in, listen to us. You're a part of the family. Grab some Club 400 beer because guess what?
There's a new batch.
There's a new batch. It's ready.
It's ready to go.
And we're going to blow it out the door this year because we couldn't really sell the beer that much last year. And I don't know, like, obviously things are uncertain on how many fans are going to be able to go to the ballpark. But I promise you, Club 400 beer will be served in a bar, a pretty nice bar out in Wrigleyville where you'll be able to go there. We'll have it output, of course. We want to get it in the full shilling. But, yeah, live podcast possibly coming up down there. We got good things are coming, right, William?
They are coming. Hey, earlier you mentioned we're going to start pulling in more Club 400 members.
Right.
Whether we tell stories about them or, hopefully can interview a lot of people and stuff like that. But we got to keep on with our shout outs. And I don't remember the colors of the sound clips right now, so I'm not going to hit the shout out button, but we do have one. But I do want to do a shout out, and without going into too much details, just hope everybody can, think about somebody who we met at the Cubs Fest.
Oh, yes. We met her at the 2000. Was it 20 Cubs convention? Yeah, right.
20?
Yeah,
or 19? Oh
no, it was 20.
Was it 20?
Yeah.
Okay,
That was before COVID.
It was, but not right before. Wasn't it a year before? I don't remember.
No,
Whatever. It was 19
the
or
last
20.
Cubs convention we were at. Right?
Exactly. Anyway, Bethers
Johnson,
our friend from I think it's Stash. No.
Oh yeah, Beather Stash.
Yes. Our friend from Oklahoma.
Our great friend from Oklahoma.
She's going through some tough times, and again, I don't want to. It's not appropriate to go into details on that here, but anybody who knows her, and I know a lot of people who've been to or who were with us that weekend. Was she anywhere else that they would have met her? Maybe just online. She's a pretty big online.
Yeah,
presence.
you know what? She supports all, like, she supports obvious shirts and everybody.
Yeah,
the heckler, everything.
She's just really a sweet, nice person, and I was texting with her the other day, and she's going through some tough times. So shout out to Bethers.
Shout out to Bethers. Hey, every day wake up and make that day the best day you possibly can, because it's only going to get better, right, William?
That's right.
So yeah, shout out to Bethers. We're thinking about you, and we're praying for you, as we are with all you guys that are listening to us. I did want to, I talked to you. We were at the restaurant earlier, and we live in a world right now where there's a lot of negativity, and I want to bring this up because I think it's important. I think it's important coming from me, especially. Club 400 would not be Club 400 if it wasn't for Tom Ricketts and his family. Tom Ricketts, he was the first guy that came out here. And I'm going to share a story that no one's ever heard before, which I thought about sharing before I came on today. And I had finished Club 400, and it was, for 4 years, it was a secret. I let all my friends in, and then, our first party with Nick Sheridan, Tom Ricketts came out.
Shout out to Nick.
Shout out to Nick Sheridan. We love you, Nick. If you're listening, you're probably not listening, but we love you, Nick. Anyways, Tom Ricketts comes out. I put him on the spot. I asked him, hey, buddy, we were outside. I said, I know you're going to bring the Chicago Cubs a World Series championship, and I believe your family is going to be the one that does it. And when you do, I want you to make one last stop here at Club 400, which he did.
With the trophy.
He brought the World Series trophy over here, and we raised $35,000 for a boy in Marengo who recently had a heart transplant. So the night of Nick Sheridan event, though, okay? And this is what I really want to kick into all you guys, right? This is you can take one thing out of tonight's show, it's this. We all have, we talked about it here with Ray Burris about the box, respect the box. That's respect where people come from, right? I don't think we should judge anybody for their beliefs or thoughts or whatever else like that. And you know what? I'm going to also go into another thing here, William. It's about short-term memory, okay? And I'm going to give you a perfect example of short-term memory, and then I'm going to turn it into the Cubs. So me and my brother, we did a big job. It was about a $7,000 job. And it wasn't one we really made money on. It was a job that we pretty much broke even on. Well, I got a call from the mechanical contractor, and they said, we never got paid for that job. We're going to ask you a favor, and we want you to just eat it. And I said, you know what, I don't have, and I thought about it. It's a lot of money to give up. And not only is it a lot of money to give up, but I paid my employees union scale wages to go out and do the work. So It's not that I'm losing $7,000. I'm negative in the hole now, right? So the project manager called me up, and he asked me to do me a favor. And you know what I told him? I said, you know what?
I said no.
Well, I told him, I basically said, I'll tell you what, if you're asking me to be a team player, I'll be a team player, but don't forget about me. I lost $7,000, right? Don't forget about me, because I said, you know what? The problem with people, these days, William, is everybody has short-term memory.
You got that right.
Short-term memory. And he goes, oh, no, Stu, I don't have short-term memory. I don't have that. Don't worry about it. We'll make it up to you. I can't tell you in life, William, in business, how many times somebody said, I'm going to make it up to you. And you know what?
Never
You never heard from again.
No.
So there's a reason why I'm telling you this story. My next job, right, with the project manager, the same guy, got a big job. For us, it's a big job. And we're working with his service technician, and we're relaying all the information. And I get an email from him after he just told me I don't have short-term memory, after I just ate $7,000 and I lost money. I get an email saying, hey, Stu, I don't know if you properly communicated to our service tech the issues that are existing on this job. So I'm asking you if you will pay I'm like, what? Pay for what?
Right.
What do you? I just ate $7,000 and you're trying to get like that's what I'm talking about. Short-term memory. So me and you were talking tonight. Ricketts by the Cubs in 2012, I believe, right? Mm-hmm. A World Series in 2016. A brand new Wrigley Field, renovated for our children to go visit. Right? Without a doubt, the most charitable sports organization in Chicago. The number one in the history of Chicago.
History.
And then you got all these individual players like Rizzo and all these other charities doing great things for the community. And you're going to hate on Tom Ricketts because whatever reason, like I think some of you out there are suffering from short-term memory. You're just like that project manager. I said, don't forget a short-term memory, man. Oh, don't worry, I got you, brother. And the next minute, he forgets.
Yeah.
I think all of us Cub fans have forgot. And you know what? And I agree. There's a reason to be unhappy right now. Like, we're entering a 2021 season with really no pitching staff. We got rid of our best pitcher. I don't know how we're going to get through the season. And we still have a pretty good lineup, but the pitching is something that is to be scared about. And the ticket prices are probably way above what they should be. And you know what? I don't know what the Cubs are doing right now, and I think that's a problem that Jed has right now. And that was the thing about Theo, is like Theo was always transparent. He was always telling the fans like where we were going and what we were doing. And now, like as a Cub fan, you really have no clue where this team is going. And you're paying top dollars for tickets. So I could see people being upset. But please, you guys, I'm asking you, enough with the hate for the owners, okay? I mean, I don't think anybody, like, I have a really big issue with, like, you know, that whole cancel culture. And I know you, William, you said you don't know what it is, but I don't like that at all. Let's judge, like, I judge people, and I want everybody out there to judge people on how they treat you as a person. Like, you know, if you're expecting me to ever post any anti-Ricketts stuff, I won't do it. Ricketts is my friend. Tom Ricketts is my friend. He's been very good to me. He is one of the reasons why we've raised $500,000 for people. And without him, we wouldn't have had Kerry Wood here.
He's also been very good to people who are ranting on him as well. That's the part that really bothers me. They've been that whole family. And yes, they're political.
Yes,
their family's political.
You can't argue that fact. They got all sides. We got a brother. Yeah, they got all sides. They got a brother who's the mayor of Nebraska.
Right, and you got a sister who's the total opposite.
Exactly.
And they're all over the place.
But isn't that how a family is?
Yeah, that is how a family is. And here's the bottom line: it doesn't matter. You know what they've done for Chicago. That guy should never have to buy a beer or pay for dinner ever again.
Never.
Ever. You know, the whole "what have you done for me lately" thing?
It's very true.
So
isn't it?
ridiculous.
Yeah.
We were talking about the Super Bowl just a little bit ago. The Eagles won in 2019. They won the Super Bowl. They had won the Super Bowl one other time, maybe in the 1980, I think it was. Their head coach, Doug Peterson, I have no opinion. I can't stand the Eagles, but that guy won the Super Bowl in 2019. He was fired last week. That's 2 years. 2 stinking years. I mean, it's like Madden. Madden should have had a contract that said, you can stay as long as you want, no matter what. 108 years? Right?
Right.
I mean,
crazy.
what is wrong with people? Here's the other thing. It's not easy to win a title. You said we don't know. Jed's not as transparent and all that kind of thing. We know what they're doing. They hit the luxury tax. They did some unbelievable drafting and grooming of players that all came up at the same time that won the World Series. Well, guess what? It's unaffordable. It's unsustainable. Any team, the Yankees, the Red Sox, all these other teams the Red Sox did do the same thing. They broke their team down in a little bit lesser extreme way, but you can't pay all those guys and sustain it. And
let's face it, with this team, we've already been through it the last 3 years. Like this team, offensively,
underachieved.
They did not gel, right?
Hugely underachieved.
We had a lot of swing and misses.
Clearly, they didn't have the right batting coach. I mean, it starts there.
We need John Maley back. Bring back Males.
Can we make a campaign? Bring back Males.
John is comfortably in Anaheim with Mr. Madden right now.
That's right. I know. So. Well.
And I'm going to end it, and we'll end it off like this. But like I was telling William this too, and I'm not going to mention names, but there was a podcast that came on. It really made me disgusted. And it was basically how two guys that one guy I really respect, another guy who used to have a radio job in Chicago. They had a podcast, and they said, basically said that we'd rather have not the Cubs win the World Series because of the Ricketts. A certain side of the family's political affiliation. I think that's complete and utter bullshit, and I will tell you why, you guys. You are discrediting all those people that put in like Schwarber. Let's just say Schwarber, right? Grew up, worked his fucking ass off to be where he is. Went through all the trials of trouble. He's one guy out of 25 guys, but I'm not talking about the 25 guys. I'm talking about the whole organization as a whole. Many different people with many different thoughts and many different philosophies. If you're saying that you wish the Cubs didn't win the World Series because Ricketts owned the team, well, you can kiss my ass and print it. I will say Lee Elia, because you know what? You're discounting people's dreams and hopes and aspirations. And you know what, guys? Guess what? We talked about it with Ray here at Club 400, William, about like you're not all going to get along in a clubhouse, and how do you deal with that? We asked about that, right? We're all from different places. And you know what? Just because what you think, William, and what I think, I don't know. I could be wrong. You could be wrong. Do we really know who's right or really wrong, right?
No.
That's what's so freaking ridiculous.
When we talk about some of these people that are on these lofty pedestals, whether it's Ricketts or whether it's like the presidential candidates that we had, we don't know those guys. We've never met them. You know, we're basing our stuff based on what we get from the media,
right?
What we read about on social media,
exactly.
What we talk about at the bar with our friends. You know, nobody knows what they're talking about. Nobody knows what they did to get there or anything like that. I mean, you know, you're spot on there. It's so
dumb. Like
ridiculous.
To say, like, I fucking waited 100 and. Well, I didn't wait 108 years, but I waited like 45, whatever it was. Dude, it was the happiest day of my life. And when I hear people talking like that, I'm like, are you crazy? Are you nuts? What
happened to, like, my grandpa and, you know, like these generations of fans that were just so joyous? The people that were talking about, oh, I wish my mom or dad or my grandpa was here to see this. Would have been the greatest thing ever. Where'd that go? Yeah. It's like out the window.
A short-term memory. But
it is. And
you know what? I actually, I was thinking earlier, I suffer from short-term memory too. Lisa will tell you that, because I'd be like, hey, Lisa, I has a husband and wife, short-term memory. Sometimes I have short-term memory. I try to hit on her after I might have hit on her the day before, and she might have hit on me back.
Every day is a new day as far as that's concerned.
Yeah, well, so I have short-term memory too,
right.
but
I'm trying to.
So I am guilty also. I am. Hey, William, I am flawed. You know that.
We're all flawed, but you know what? Here's the thing, though. Sports is meant. It's a business. Obviously, it's a huge money business. That's why we're even talking about this. But sports is entertainment. Sports is the thing. I'll tell you, it smacked us in the face right after the COVID started when we didn't have any for a while. Sports is the thing that everyone needs. It's the thing that pulls people together.
Correct.
Think about Club 400. talk about a random bunch of yodels, you know.
Right.
We're all together because we all love the Cubs. That's the glue to the whole thing, you know.
That won't change.
And it doesn't matter if they win or lose because everyone's bonded like that. Well, you know what? Guess what? They're going to have a couple years here that are going to suck. Let's be honest. They're not going to be a good team probably for about 2 years.
Probably.
But it's all about, when you talk about leadership, it's all about surrounding yourself with talent. I believe in Jed. I believe he was, you know, been mentored in this job from Theo, who to me is arguably the greatest general manager of all time, right? And we're talking about the Ricketts here. I think through the leadership of the Ricketts family, they're going to have the right people in place over the next couple of years, and they're going to turn this thing around. You know, and a couple years from now, you know, hopefully this year, next year, they start bringing in some young players. They need a couple years to mature and that kind of thing. And we're going to be right back at it. Here's what we know. We have the best ballpark in the country. You just stop right there. Like, why wouldn't anyone want to play at Wrigley Field? Everyone does. It's rated number one everywhere. Everywhere you look when they rank the stadiums, Wrigley Field's number one, right?
Number one.
So we got that going for us. We went through 100 years of them sucking most of those years.
Really bad baseball teams.
I don't think we'll ever.
Really bad.
I don't think we'll ever go back to that. I don't think we'll ever hit rock bottom. I don't think we'll see the Cubs in last place. This year is going to be challenging with the lack of pitching, but you know, you never know what's going to happen either. They got some young guys that are going to come out and pitch, and they still have some good players on this team. I mean, you never know. They grossly, hugely underperformed last year, especially some of these guys that hit. You know, if Javi Baez gets back to his near MVP performances and, you know, Rizzo hits and some of these guys hit for average, they could be, you know, middle of the pack or possibly threatened for a wild card spot. You don't know.
Right.
That's why they play the games.
You know what? You're 100% right. And I still think, I don't know what's going to happen in the next month or so as far as, is Wilson Contreras going to get traded? Is Chris Bryant going to get traded? I don't know. No one knows that. Only Jed Hoyer knows that. But I do know this. I do know that because I'm friends with him, I'm friends with Tom Ricketts, okay? I talked to him, all right? I'm telling you guys this. There's a plan in place. It's not clear what it is right now, and I understand that. But there's a plan in place. And it's not going to be a complete and utter rebuild. They know they can't do that. But you know what? They also knew what we had on the field last year wasn't going to work this year. And there's a lot of good teams. San Diego, Dodgers.
Right.
Are you going to be able to compete with those guys? Probably not. Probably not.
No, but you know what? If you look at, let's take the Padres. Great example. If you look at that team and how they've built what they've built, guess what's going to happen to them in 3 years?
Same thing.
Maybe they win a World Series. Maybe they don't. And the same thing. They're going to start picking apart at it piece by piece, and they're going to be back to the San Diego Padres as we have always loved them or not loved them, whatever.
Right.
I don't know. It's all part of the game. The one last thing I want to address, you talk about the tickets. And, yes, I think tickets have become, you know, grossly overpriced, and they have almost outpriced for sure families and a lot of just the common fan. You know, it's more about businesses and people with big money and stuff like that. Folks, that's just the nature of the game. You know, that's just the way it is. And to complain about that is fruitless because unless people just stop going, it's not going to change. Right?
Right.
I mean, that's the thing. The demand is there. There's nothing you can do about that. And the stadium is so nice and the best stadium you can go to, even for the experience, even if you're not watching great baseball, it's still worth going. It's still a great time.
It's the reason why Club 400 exists. I always tell people this. I built Club 400 for the second best place, maybe the third, because I like Sloan Park. We'll say Wrigley's number 1, Sloan's number 2, Club 400's number 3. Right? Like the best place to watch Cubs baseball is Wrigley Field, then Sloan, then here. No doubt about it. And that's why I built this place. And I'm going to segue to our last segment. I got two more things I want to talk about. Our goals for 2021. All right, so everybody knows where we're headed to. Okay, you ditched me, William. That wasn't cool. But we got to go to my main man Aiden's house, which is a rooftop, 1050 Waveland Avenue. And we are going to have our first outing in May. It may be on Mother's Day.
Nice.
And we are going to raise money.
Wordplay
We're
there.
going to raise money for breast cancer.
Wow.
And we're going to pink out that roof.
We're going to pink out.
And we're going to do it in
400 pinks out.
Aiden's. We're going to do it in Aiden's mother's name.
Nice.
So look forward our first event. So that's my other big news. Our next event, well, besides depending on when Sean O'Meter gets his vaccine, he's going to be out here. So it depends when that happens. But I'd probably say our next event will be on 1050 Waveland Avenue, and we're going to raise a bunch of money for breast cancer, and we're going to sell that sucker out, and we're going to have a great time, and we're going to have it's going to be an unbelievable day. So mark your calendars. You'll see it going on sale very soon. We'd love to have you on the rooftop. That's
I got a bone of beef over that.
That's A. Oh, yeah, Buena beef. They have Buena beef up there.
Oh, I thought it was Bona.
Buena? Buena?
I
call it Buena.
Bone of beef.
Are you Bona or Buena? Let's figure it out.
Bone of beef.
All right, I'm going to look it up. So, yeah, Aiden asked me, he said, I want to do something for my mom. His mom,
So cool.
His mom died, I don't know if you know this, when he was 8 years old of breast cancer. And he said, Aiden is a good guy, a Chicago classic, I'll call him. And he asked me to do that for him. And I'm like,
maybe we can get him on the show.
We're going to get Aiden
And his
on.
buddy who plays Irish music.
Oh, he's good. He's good. So that's our next event. Unless we have Sean Dunson come out in April, because we usually do a baseball is back party. I don't know if we're going to do it or not. We'll see. We'll just wait and see. We'll see. We'll see how things go, and we'll just play it by ear. The goals for 2021, well, that's one of them. We're going to have breast cancer. We're going to do our party in September, hopefully, with two current Chicago Cubs, John Vincent and my guy Ray Burse, and who knows, whoever else. And but yeah, I'd say this: our goal as a group would be to raise in 2021 $80,000. Let's do 80,000. Let's do 80. That's pretty fair. Mm-hmm. Oh, we did 63 in a pandemic, so I know we can hit 80. And I'm obviously guessing low because I know we can hit the 80. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna raise a bunch of money for mental health awareness. And when I say how are we gonna raise money for mental health awareness, well, we're gonna take maybe someone from Chicago and maybe a couple charities in the suburbs, social services type thing, and give money to social services, and we're going to do it under my buddy Neil Langenbach's name, and we're going to do it under Angela Castillo's father's name, and we're going to have those two guys' last names in the logo, and Angie's dad's going to be number one, and we're going to have Langenbach too. We're going to have both entire families out here. But we're going to give the money to social services. We're going to do awesome stuff, guys. And we're going to have, dude, you know me, William. You know me. Go big or go home. You don't think I'm coming out the box harder than ever? I'm coming out crazy, bro. We're going to do some really fucking things. The best thing, if you're a part of Club 400 and you come to the events, trust me, guys. The second half of this leg will be the best leg you ever witnessed in your entire life. We are going to rock it, and we're going to have great times. We're going to meet new friends, and we're going to be a family, and we're going to raise a bunch of money.
I love it.
I think that, I did want to point this out. However, I didn't do my homework before the show. I did not do this. So me and my buddy Bill Watts, Fly the Wood Art, he's helped us out greatly. If you have not bought a sign from Bill
I need
Watts,
a piece.
You don't have a piece from...
I have a new room I'm designing in my home, my new office.
Ooh, nice.
My first piece I got was an Ernie Banks piece,
Ooh.
Compliments of Yourself.
Nice.
My second piece I got was a Ray Burris rookie baseball card.
Speaking of that, thank you for mentioning that, because you led me into something I wasn't going to talk about.
Okay, go ahead.
Ray Burris has given us a game-used jersey.
What?
A game-used signed jersey. It's a Phillies jersey, but it was a game-used jersey. I think it has a coach, and we're gonna do a razz on that, right? And Ray wants to donate half of that money to Club 400, so we'll probably sell. I don't know. It's not like the razzes we've been doing in the past have been huge. This is gonna be a little bit more simpler, but our goal is to raise $1,000 maybe, and then he's gonna give pretty much half of it to Club 400. So look for that. I got it in that locker over there. Take a look at it before you leave here tonight, Williams. Ray Burris, gave this to us to help raise a little money for Club 400, because you know what, William, I get so many requests, and I you know, I know we're probably, where are we at now on time?
Oh, we're just about at the hour mark.
Ooh, we got to end.
I gave you the hand signal.
I know. I did not see it.
You blew right by it.
I thought you were talking about what you were doing this morning.
Hey-oh.
But
that threw your train of thought.
Where the hell was I going? I had a bit bad, like,
you got a little short-term memory thing going?
I'll tell you what I did. Actually, I don't know. I had this weird picture.
You were close.
I had this weird picture in my head about you. I don't know what it was.
I thought you were going to close the show. I'm not sure how you're going to do that now.
I don't know where I was going to go with that. What the hell was I going to say? I'll have to go back and listen to the tape, and then maybe we can finish the show. Hey, you guys, COVID memory is for real, and it's here with us. But listen, yeah, we're gonna evolve. The show's gonna evolve. We're gonna talk probably more about you guys, because I kind of realized at some certain point, it's about us. It's not about like trying to reach Poland or whatever. It's about this group here. It's about us people. And you know what? I told William today we're gonna start bringing on some of the Club 400 people on here, because this, whatever. Let's just keep it what it is. It's us, all right? And like, I just want all you guys out there to understand one thing. No matter how bad you might feel right now, if you have your health, you have everything. Like William, your wife, right? She's probably the strongest person I've ever met in my entire life, right? And she struggles every single day. She doesn't know how she's going to feel. She's got a lot of different issues going on. I mean, she's a true warrior, right? But you know what? She wakes up, and for the most part, she's a positive person, right?
Yeah, as soon as she...
But she deals with more
wakes
than
up and clears some hurdles.
Yeah, but she deals. She deals with more things than anybody.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there are people that are worse, and she. And you do too.
And you do too. I mean, you're taking care of your wife. You got your house that's destroyed, and you got, you know, we're all just trying to get by. But, lady, like the listeners, just be thankful that you have your health and you're able to get in your car and go wherever you want to go. Health is the most important thing. If we don't have health, we don't have anything. Put your life into perspective. That's all I want you to do. And I want you to get your ass out to Club 400 this year and party with us, right, William? And maybe even do a shot of Jägermeister, because William doesn't really like doing that shit.
And let's just all get along.
Let's all get along. Because you know what? I had a goal. And so far, I think I'm going to reach it. I mean, I may have lost a couple friends through COVID. But for the most part, we are strong, and we are united, and we are one. We are Club 400.
We got to go on that note.
And, William, we're going to play one of your favorite songs tonight to end the show.
Sounds good.
Peace and love, and more love than anything. Love you guys. Have a great night. Have a great day. And you know what?
We'll be back.
We're coming back harder than ever, motherfuckers.
That clown dressed up like Charles Dickens, sneaking around like Slim Pickens. If he was a woman, he'd think he was God's gift to man. Called her stick his head a garbage can. Oh, fuck that guy. Yeah, fuck that guy. Ooh, it ought to be a crime. He ain't no friend of mine. Fuck that guy. That heartless fool lurking around the high school. Somebody better call the cops. He ought to be arrested. Ain't nobody around here gonna get molested. No, fuck that guy. Yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah, ought to be a crime. He ain't no friend of mine. Fuck that guy. and smoking cheap tobacco. He ain't nothing but a loudmouth wacko. Fuck that guy. Yeah, fuck that guy. It ought to be a crime. He ain't no friend of mine.